Hello and welcome to the Crypto Lifestyle, where we focus on decentralization, mass adoption, and other Bitcoin related stuff to bank us coin. And in this video, we're going to be highlighting the B-Word conference that took place this previous week with Jack Dorsey, Elon Musk, and Cathie Wood coming on and talking Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. And they had some really important things to say, and we'll be highlighting what they did say in this video. And if you didn't already know, my name is Connor. I do have my own YouTube channel called Crypto Empire. If you want to check that out, there is a link provided down in the description box below. But more importantly, shout out to Francis, who I'm stepping in for today from the Crypto Lifestyle. Shout out to the entire team at the Crypto Lifestyle. And if you are new to TCL and you're not yet subscribed to the channel, I'm not sure what you are waiting for. Definitely go ahead and subscribe and turn on all bell notifications so you don't miss any future videos. And without further ado, let's get right into today's content.
Woo-hoo! It's the Crypto Lifestyle, baby!
So the B-Word conference, Elon, Jack Dorsey, and Cathie Wood were presenters, and they had a very important discussion. But probably what everybody was most anticipating was what Elon Musk did have to say.
And there you can think of it like data on a network, I think, is the way to view it. What has the most throughput, what has the least error, what drops the fewest packets, fraud, for example, being a source of error. And government interference in currencies being a source of error. But it's fundamentally an information system. So I think it makes sense to support something that improves the quality of information with which we conduct the economy. And Bitcoin is a candidate for that. It does, I think, some things well, and it's obviously it's evolving, and there are additional things like Lightning being done.
And he did go over how we do need to improve the quality of information that conducts our economy. And he did say out of his mouth that Bitcoin will help us do that. So it's clear that Elon understands the importance of Bitcoin. He knows that it is needed in today's world. And he did mention how SpaceX does hold Bitcoin on their balance sheet. Tesla does also own Bitcoin. And Elon personally is holding Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Dogecoin.
But on balance, I support Bitcoin, and I'm not an investor. The only publicly traded stock I own is Tesla, and the only significant thing I own outside of Tesla is my SpaceX stock that helped create both companies. So, but apart from that, I do own Bitcoin, and Tesla owns Bitcoin, SpaceX owns Bitcoin. And then I do personally own a bit of Ethereum and Dogecoin, of course.
So for mass adoption, this is huge because obviously we all know what happened with Elon. He came out and announced that Tesla was putting $1.5 billion onto their balance sheet of Bitcoin. Then the next month he goes on a rage tweet rampage saying that Bitcoin is bad for the environment and Tesla is not going to be accepting payments anymore. And all this negative press and negative FUD that Elon was spewing about Bitcoin. And now he came out of this conference and really just kind of neutralized his thoughts on it and said that, we really do need Bitcoin. And he's like, yeah, I own Dogecoin because I think it's a joke. And I think it would be funny if a joke took over as the main currency of the internet in the world, which in reality, I don't personally see happening. And, Elon is a showman. He knows he has billions of people's eyes around the world looking at him. So, he might just be having fun with it. But regardless, this was a pro-Bitcoin, bullish Bitcoin event, which is huge for mass adoption. Elon did also say about Tesla accepting Bitcoin for car payments again, that the network's energy usage is improving and Tesla is doing some more due diligence on this, but that Tesla would most likely resume accepting BTC for payments. The price of Bitcoin fell sharply after Musk first announced, like we said in May, that Tesla would no longer be accepting BTC as payments. So basically, he knew all along that the energy was fine. Like, it's been proven many times over that Bitcoin's energy usage is over 50% renewable energy. So it was just a coordinated FUD attack. You can call it manipulation, if you will. And, Elon would just happen to be the face guy for it. So now he's coming out and saying that after they do some more due diligence, they're now realizing that it's not as bad for the environment as they thought. Some may call that a coincidence, but, I don't really believe in coincidences like that. So Elon also asked Jack Dorsey, who of course is the CEO of Twitter and Square, whether he would consider accepting Bitcoin as payment from Twitter's advertising revenue. And Jack pretty much said that he needs economic incentives in the network itself without having to rely on advertising. So that is what Jack is focused on. So this event was huge because everybody was watching. Everybody had their eyes on what was being said, including some very popular celebrities, such as Busta Rhymes. So Busta Rhymes is a rapper, if you didn't already know that, legend in his own right. And basically he said that after watching the B-Word conference, he is sold on Bitcoin. He's officially holding Bitcoin, and he's looking into Ethereum now. So events like these are a huge catalyst for mass adoption. When we have the billionaires of the world that a large percentage of the population does look up to, and they come out and say that Bitcoin is good and we need something like Bitcoin to further advance our society and economy and build a more stable foundation. And now we have celebrities also endorsing it because of this fact. It has a trickle-down effect on the population. First, it starts with the billionaires saying it's good, and then we have prominent celebrities getting into it. Now, next thing you know, normal everyday people on the street are also going to be holding Bitcoin more and more and more. It's a snowball effect. So we are on the brink of mass adoption. There's no doubt about that. And now moving on, let's talk about what Jack Dorsey did have to say at the B-Word conference. So basically, Jack really understands the fundamentals of Bitcoin. He did mention how he was influenced when he was, just getting started in his career in the internet.
Jack, how about you? What shaped your views of Bitcoin?
The network and the community. It's deeply principled. It's weird as hell. It's always evolving, and it just reminded me of the internet when I was a kid. And I encountered alt cypherpunks when I was fairly young, and this was a topic of discussion for years. I didn't touch it until 2008 when we started Square. Elon and teams at X and PayPal inspired a lot of what we were trying to do, trying to bring in more to a physical world. But we encountered this crazy predatory system that was slow, that was obtuse. And I think, one of the things that we tried to do, which X and PayPal also tried to do, is build an abstraction layer around this complication and around this predatory nature that the financial industry can tend to be, and make it work for people. But when I saw Bitcoin in 2009, you see a chance to replace the whole foundation. And everything that Elon was talking about in terms of ACH and the credit card networks were built with very different agendas in a very different time frame. And it's crazy that they still exist, and they have scaled, but they just are not relevant to today, and they're certainly not relevant to the future, especially when you consider the entire world.
And basically, he loves the community of Bitcoin. He loves how strong the community is and how the community continues to push this project forward into the limelight so it gets the attention it deserves, and it has the technology to back it as well. So Jack is very pro Bitcoin, and he knows we need a decentralized currency for the internet. And he did mention how there's really no other option but Bitcoin.
What really drove my thinking and drives my passion around it is, like, if the internet gets a chance to get a native currency, what will that be? And to me, it's Bitcoin because of those principles, because of that creation story, because of its resilience, because of the number of tests it's been. But what inspires me the most is just the community driving it. It just reminds me of the early internet. It's the only reason that I have a career, because I learned so much from people who are building Bitcoin today.
Jack did also talk about how he is working on his decentralized social media platform called Blue Sky. So that is also very much needed. We need decentralized money. We need decentralized social media in general. We need decentralized pretty much everything for the most part to improve our society for the better. And Jack is a main spokesperson for that. We need a decentralized alternative that will prevent one single party or a group of people from calling the shots like what is currently happening right now. So this is huge. And I really can't stress enough how important this is for mass adoption. This let millions of people around the world know that These people are pro Bitcoin. We need Bitcoin in the world. We need it to improve our society and build a better foundation for our economy. So Jack is doing a lot. He's working on Blue Sky. He is working on a Bitcoin hardware wallet. And he is also a prominent spokesperson of Bitcoin at this point in time. So the community is pushing it forward. We are happy to have Jack in our corner. And this is huge for Bitcoin. We are on the brink of mass adoption. Expect the media to continue to flip-flop their narrative as things do progress, but that's just the nature of the beast. We know, we have full conviction of exactly what is going to happen here, how it will play out. So not financial advice, nothing here in this channel is financial advice, but keep on stacking those sats because they're not going to be making any more of them. There's only 21 million Bitcoin, and the more the merrier in your wallet. So the B-Word conference went very well, and it was very pro-bullish for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency as a whole. This is huge for mass adoption, for spreading the good news that we need a decentralized open source currency for the internet and for the global economy. And Bitcoin is really the only true option that is completely decentralized. The anonymous founder, Satoshi Nakamoto, is huge for the backstory. It gives people trust that it's not like one single party behind the project. So Bitcoin, if it's not on your radar, it definitely should be at this point in time. I hope that you did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure you let us know by leaving a comment down below and also leaving a like. And like I said in the beginning of this video, if you're not already subscribed to the Crypto Lifestyle, definitely go ahead and subscribe to the channel for more content such as this and much more. We find a lot of 100x DeFi altcoin gems, and you don't want to miss out on any of those. And my name is Connor from the Crypto Lifestyle, and at this point in time, there really isn't anything left to say other than, until the next video, your ass is on your own, brah. Later.